If you haven't heard about the Trayvon Martin case, it's a tragic story about a 17-year-old black male who, in my opinion, was murdered. Apparently, he was on his way to his dad's house in an upscale white neighborhood, and a neighborhood watchman by the name of George Zimmerman shot him to death because he felt that he was suspicious and he felt threatened, I guess. What's crazy about this story is the man who shot the boy claimed he was using self-defense. If you absolutely have to kill somebody because you're using self-defense, in my opinion, that's completely understandable. Self-defense is when somebody breaks into your house and is threatening you. If somebody has a deadly weapon, if somebody is much bigger than you and approaching you violently. Pretty much if you feel that your life is in danger and you feel that you have to defend yourself. Hence, self-defense. After reading countless news stories and blogs and watching videos on the story, I really see no reason why the man thought that his life was in danger enough to take this kid's innocent life. Even when you listen to the 911 call, the police officer on the other line specifically asked, "Are you following the kid?" George said yes. And the police officer specifically said, we don't need you to do that. What confuses me is if I feel like somebody is threatening to my life, I wouldn't follow a potential threat. I would be going in the opposite direction. To me, that's just looking for trouble if you're just gonna follow what you feel is dangerous. In the police report, I guess George Zimmerman said that he was attacked from behind by Trayvon, and he had a bloody nose and he had blood on the back of his head, I guess, after they were done fighting. I don't get that because he was following him, so how did Trayvon end up behind him? And even if George Zimmerman's story was true, this kid is 140 pounds. Like, you can see the picture with them side by side. It's not a full picture, but you can see if they got in a fist fight, like, it really wouldn't be any competition. Like, George Zimmerman can squash this kid. All Trayvon had in his pocket when they found him was a bag of Skittles and he had iced tea. That doesn't sound like anything a drug dealer or somebody suspicious would have. That sounds like what should be in a 17-year-old boy's pocket. And his cell phone, of course. According to the news stories, he was 70 feet away from his dad's house. I think this man belongs in prison. I think it's crazy that he's still free. This incident happened on February 26th. That was a month ago. Today, actually. That was a month ago today, and he's still free. Based on a self-defense law. You can't even prove it was self-defense. To me, right now, Florida is saying, I could just go to Florida right now, kill somebody, and say it was self-defense and get away with it. Like, I think anybody with a kid, with a son or a daughter, can relate to this story. Just imagine if somebody killed your son or your daughter, and you got to go to sleep every night knowing that the guy that killed them is still out there and still free. I'm wearing this hoodie to show support for Trayvon and his family. I changed my Facebook profile picture to me wearing a hoodie. And so in order to just raise awareness, I think everybody should do that. I didn't get into great detail of what the story was about. I'm just simply giving my opinion on what the story is. If you want to learn more about the story, there's links all over the screen. I'm going to put links all over the screen so you can just like click. There's news stories, there's the 911 call, and that's pretty much it. If you do know about the story, like, feel free to leave a comment on your opinion or post something that I forgot to put in the story or I forgot to tell you guys about. It's crazy. You would think like this stuff would happen in 1940 or something like that. It's 2012 and this is still going on.